keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stage of your life. Man, family, I'm gonna give you guys a minute. Get in here. This is gonna be rough. This is heavy on me. This is a sensitive topic. This is a rough topic to have. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Do you want a man? Do you want a man? Um, Man, God help us in this one. Because again, this is going to be rough. This is going to be challenging to our ignorance. This is going to be challenging to what we think we know. You know, there's so many of us that think we know what a man is, you know, whether it's male or female. And if you follow me for any length of period of time, you know that I have well over 2,300 videos on this platform. And I talk a lot about these sorry ass dudes. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of pretenders out here claiming to be a man and they ain't nothing. You know what I mean? They're not a man at all. That's going to be another video, another live stream from another day. Today we're talking about, do you want a man? And with the reality is we got to grow up and we got to understand that the great majority of us never really grew up with a man, you know, in the household. So we really don't know what a man is. You know, we look at our uncles, we look at our daddies, we look at our grandfathers and our cousins and all these other people, our teachers and everybody else, our pastors and stuff. And we get our idea of what a man is based on these people right here. We look at our friends' parents and we look at them as like, oh, that's a man. And man, they weren't men. You know what I mean? They weren't men at all, a lot of them. And the truth is, man, we have no idea what a man is. And if you're a woman, man, this is going to be rough for you. It's going to be rough for you. You know what I mean? And today we live in a society where most women swear they know what a man is. And they're confused and have no idea that they're confusing being a grown ass male and a grown ass man. There's a huge difference. It's night and day between a grown ass male and a grown ass man. You know what I mean? And most people walk around, most guys walking around are grown ass males. They're not men at all. And most women don't really want a man. Not today. You know what I mean? Because in order to want a man, you got to make yourself, you got to humble yourself. You know what I mean? You got to put yourself in a position to where, okay, wait a minute. Am I emotionally mature enough to handle a man? Do I even know what a man is? Do I have an idea what the expectations of a man is? See, so many people, and again, as a life coach and a mentor and somebody that talk to women on a daily basis, man, women are confused when it comes to men. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys confused when they come to men too, but we're gonna look at it from perspective of women wanting a man today. You know what I mean? Women are confused when it comes to being a man. You know what I mean? Them wanting a man. They have no idea what a man is. They didn't grow up with a man. And when they started dating or when they were first started having sex, they thought these dudes were men, and these dudes weren't men at all. They were just grown ass dudes, grown ass males wanting to have sex, lying and doing whatever they could to get inside their drawers. And they misconstrued that as, oh, because he's grown, because he has a car, because he has a house, because he's married, because he has kids, he's a man. No, the fuck he ain't. You know what I mean? He's not a man. If he was a man, he wouldn't be fucking with you. This is going to be rough. Again, I've told you from the gate. This is going to be challenging to our ignorance. We got to grow the fuck up and understand that. You can't grow until you learn the motherfucking truth. And so many of us, we rather live a fucking lie. We rather live in the delusion of our belief system and the crap that we've been spoon fed and the shit that we hear on social media from all these other toxic ass, low vibrating women talking about their defined feminine. We've got to grow the fuck up. Do you want a man? Why the fuck do you want a man? What's the difference between a man and a male to you? If you can't differentiate the two, you don't need a fucking man. You're not emotionally capable of handling a fucking man. You're not mature enough to be with a man. If you can't tell the difference between a man and a grown ass male, we've got to grow the fuck up and understand this. And again, being a man is not about how much money you have. Being a man, it's not about how old you are. Being a man, it's not about how much muscles you have, how tall you are, your pecs and your six pack and all that other stupid ass shit. Being a man is not about having a fucking car. It's not about having a big bank account and all this other stupid ass shit. Why the fuck do you want a man? Let's get that clear. What are you looking for a man to do? See, if you're looking for a quote unquote man just to provide for you, just to pay your bills, to kiss your ass and bow down to you, you got life fucked up. You got men fucked up. Because men ain't about just handing out fucking money to you. You get a grown ass dude for that. Because a man is not gonna sit back and just let you wild the fuck out and do what the fuck you want to do. Not no real motherfucking man. Being a woman and wanting a man means that you have to have dealt with a lot of your fucking trauma and your bullshit. You've had to deal with your fucking pain and suffering. You've had to learn how to release that trauma and let that shit go in a healthy manner. We've got to grow the fuck. And I don't understand why we're not having these dialogues more often. I don't understand why we talk about all this stupid shit. We'll talk about ain't no good men and dudes ain't shit and all this other stupid ass shit. But the reality is you don't know what a fucking man is. You've never been with a man. You've never really been around a man. Let's keep it real. This is true. See, a man has dealt with his fucking pain and his trauma. A man has learned how to go within and deal with his low self-esteem, deal with his insecurities, deal with his codependency, deal with his anger. Talking about being a fucking man. A real man will sit there with you and talk to you about your fucking bullshit. A real man wants to know, have you fucking healed from all these toxic ass fucking dudes you've been fucking, from all these fucking toxic ass dudes you've allowed into your fucking house? A real man don't give a fuck how you really look. A real man don't give a damn if you got big titties, a fat ass, a tight stomach. A real man don't give a damn if you got stretch marks or any of that other bullshit. This is gonna be rough. I told you from the gate. Everybody ain't mature enough to handle this conversation. Everybody ain't emotionally mature enough to have this conversation. And it is what it motherfucking is. We're not gonna stop telling the truth because you don't want to hear it. We're not gonna stop telling the truth because you can't handle it. See, a man, when you get in the presence of a man, he's gonna call you on your bullshit. A man has dealt with his shit, and he's gonna expect you to have dealt with your shit too. A man is not gonna let you just bullshit your way through fucking life and not be with him. You could bullshit your way through life all you want to with these grown ass dudes. You could fake the funk and wild the fuck out and do all this crazy ass shit you want to with grown ass males, but you can't do that with a man. You see, we live in a society where we've torn down the value of a man up under the patriarchal society and all this other shit. So we want to demasculate men. We want to tear down men and neuter men. We want to make men weak. We want to make men soft. We want to make men punks. And when you look around the society, that's what you see. A lot of grown ass males that's weak as fuck. A lot of grown ass males that are incapable of dealing with their fucking emotions. Again, you got to understand something. As guys, we were never taught how to deal with our emotions. Growing up, we was always told that men don't cry and boys don't cry and and stop whining and stop acting like a punk and stop acting like a sis. We've been told all this shit of how not to face and deal with our fucking emotions as guys. And so most guys grew up as old ass fucking males, grown ass males, never learning how to deal with their fucking emotions, never learning how to tame and get rid of the fucking monster within them, the anger, the insecurities, the self hate, the self sabotaging. And so they grow up and they don't know how to effectively communicate when it comes to their feelings and when it comes to their emotions. They don't know how to do that with women. They don't know how to do that with other males or other men. And so they won't have these types of conversations. They don't want to talk about their pain and their trauma and the bullshit that they've gone through because they're still looking for somebody to validate them. They're still looking to be accepted. What's up with you, Antoine? We got to grow the fuck up. We got to understand that. Wait a minute. How are we raising these young boys? Are you raising these boys to be men? Or are you raising them to be just a male version of you? See, shit women don't like talking about. So many women are single moms, and I'm not knocking that. Do what you do. I was a single parent for 9 years. I understand the struggle of being a single parent and not having any fucking help or support at all. Been there, done that. So you can't come at me and talk to me, well, I don't know the fucking struggle. I did the shit back in the 90s when it was fucking unheard of for the most part for men to be single fathers or be single parents. I have 4 daughters, 3 sons. All are grown. So I'm not talking to you about some shit I've read. I'm talking to you about some shit I fucking know and I've had to learn the hard way because I didn't have no male or no men role models growing the fuck up. And so I've had to struggle through life. And the reason why I'm having this conversation is, man, we got to grow the fuck up, family. We don't listen to the elders like we used to. We don't value the elders and the wisdom that was passed down generations ago. Whether in the African tribes, whether in the Native American tribes, or any of the other tribes around the world. We used to sit around in circles and the elders, the men, would sit down and pass down knowledge and wisdom and understanding to the young guys growing up, teaching them how to be a fucking man. We ain't got that today for the most part. The elderly women would sit around the young women and middle-aged women and teach them the value and the purpose of a woman and how to be a real woman. We ain't got that today either. We got a bunch of old, toxic ass, bitter ass fucking women trying to lace up these young women of what to do and what not to do and how to get a man and da 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 da. And they ain't never had a fucking man. They ain't got no fucking man. They bitter and lonely themselves. How the fuck they gonna tell you how to get a man? They telling you how to finesse dudes, but they're not teaching you how to deal with your fucking insecurities. They're not teaching you how to deal with your fucking pain and your trauma of not having your father in your life, of not having a man in your life that teaches you the value of your body and not to use it as a fucking weapon to get what the fuck you want. We've got to grow the fuck up. We've got to grow the fuck up. Do you want a man? What is a man to you? What's the difference between a man and every other dude running around the streets? Again, a man is going to lead by example. He's going to provide for you. He's going to protect you. He's going to love you. He's going to nurture on you, but he's going to lead by example. And he's going to expect and demand that you deal with your fucking bullshit in a healthy fucking way. And most women today, they don't want anybody trying to hold them fucking accountable. Most women just want to be disrespectful and wild and just do what the fuck they want to and talk any kind of way they want to and expect and demand that this is what we as guys got to deal with. No, the fuck we don't. We're not dealing with your unhealed bullshit. We ain't got to deal with your unhealed bullshit. You got a man fucked up. These dudes will deal with your fucking bullshit and then you get sick and tired of them. Because that's not what you really want. You want a man, but you don't want to put in the motherfucking work to get a fucking man. You want a man, but you don't want to put in the motherfucking emotional work to be on the level with a fucking man. And the truth is, you have so many women that have had to be single parents and they chose a grown ass male instead of grown ass man to have kids with or to marry. And because of that, the relationships didn't work. For whatever reasons, the relationships didn't work. And now these women are in survival mode for the most part. They got to be everything. They got to be the provider, the nurturer, the caregiver, the teacher, take care of the house, take care of the kids. They got to do everything. And so these women, not even knowing, have gotten into male energy. Stay with me. This is going to get deep. You've gotten into masculine energy of having to go out and provide, having to go out and be the breadwinner, having to go out and take care of every fucking thing. And so now you don't know how to get back into your soft girl era. You don't know how to get back into your soft girl energy, your feminine energy, because you built a life on your masculine energy. Got to understand this. I was talking to two beautiful young ladies the other day, very attractive young ladies. And they were talking about how they go out and like dancing with each other, or not with each other, but with other women and their friends and stuff hanging out, and how they be all over each other and all this other shit. And I was just smiling, listening to them talk, chop it up. And I was telling them, I said, you know what? A real man ain't dealing with that. They was like, what are you talking about? A real man ain't looking at you. Once a man sees you grinding on another woman, once a man sees you twerking on another woman, once a man sees you bending another woman over and you out on the dance floor and y'all just having a blast, drinking and just doing the most, a real man's not gonna give you a second thought. He'll look at you like, dang, she's beautiful, but he'll keep moving. Why? Because you're in your masculine energy and you don't even know it. You're acting like a fucking dude and you don't even know it. So a man is gonna look at you as like, oh, you fucking competition. You like the same shit I like. Whether you like women or not, it don't matter. If you want a man, you got to start to hold on, wait a minute. If what I'm doing is this attracting men, if how I carry myself, am I attracting men? Am I doing something to make myself available to a man? And again, we live in a society where women's like fuck men and da 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 and all this other stupid ass shit. But then they get in their 30s and 40s and 50s and wonder why how come they can't find a fucking man? How come don't no fucking men want them? Because you don't know how to be a fucking lady. You don't know how to carry yourself like a fucking woman in her feminine energy. Because you've been programmed to live and survive in your masculine energy. And so a man is going to look at you as though you're just another dude. And he's like, oh, you can't say that. And how are you gonna say that without talking to me? It's like, hold on, wait a minute. This is our girls' dance and we just having fun. It's like, hold up, I get that. Again, I'm 55 fucking years old. I've lived long enough to see women dancing with other women years ago. And they wasn't humping each other on the fucking dance floor. They wasn't grinding on each other on the dance floor. They weren't twerking on other women on the dance floor. And again, to each their own. Do what you do. I'm not knocking that in any way, shape, or form. If that's how you want to live, so be it. If that's what you do, so be it. But understand the consequences for your actions. A guy can't look at a woman and see whether she's gay or not. And again, this is not about being homophobic or anything of that nature. A guy can't look at a woman and determine just by looking at her whether she likes women or guys. There are a whole lot of pretty women that don't want dudes. There's a whole lot of pretty women that are only interested in other women. And so when a guy sees a woman dancing on another woman, grinding and doing all this other shit, twerking on her and just doing the fucking most. A guy, again, we're logical beings. When a guy sees that, when a man sees that, he's like, well, separate that. When a guy sees that, he's like, oh shit, I want to get that. When a guy sees that, and y'all both pretty, a guy's like, oh shit, I want to see if I could bag both of them. I want to fuck them. I want to party with them. That's a guy. A guy's like, no, I want to see if I can turn her out. I want to see if I could turn both of them out. That's a guy's thoughts. What's up with you, Queen Soul? But a grown ass man ain't interested in any woman humping and twerking on another woman at all. I don't give two fucks what you talking about. When a grown ass man sees that, it's like, cool, do what you do. You're not the one for me. And he keeps it moving. He keeps it pushing. He may think you're attractive. He may think you're sexy as hell, but he's not interested in you, in any of you. A dude, he likes that shit because he's about the twosomes and the threesomes and all that other freaky ass shit. Again, I'm not knocking having fun and threesomes. I've done all that stupid ass shit when I was young and dumb and didn't know any fucking better. But a grown ass man, he's not going to give you any time. He's not going to give you his energy. He's not going to waste his time on you. He's not walking up to you and trying to get to know you. He's not trying to buy you a drink and chop it up with you and determine whether or not you're gay or not. Not no fucking man. And so when you got these dudes walking up to you and trying to buy you and your girls a drink and trying to holler at you, trying to come dance with y'all on the dance floor, understand that's a fucking grown ass male. That's not a man. We got to clear that shit up. A grown ass man, he can't look at you and determine whether you're gay or not. And so when he sees you dancing like that, provocative and all that other crazy shit with your friends, logic says that's what you're interested in. Logic says that's what you like. Because if I like that, that's what I would be doing. If I was a guy interested in dancing like that, that's who I would be dancing with. That's how I would want my girl dancing with me. We got to catch this. We got to understand this. And so when a man sees you at the club, at the bar, and you doing this freaky ass shit with your girls and y'all just having fun, a man's going to keep walking right by you. These grown ass males will come and try to holler at you. You got to catch that. You got to understand that. So if you at the club and you got these dudes, it don't matter how they're dressed. It don't matter how much money they got. It don't matter how quote unquote old they are. If you're at a club or you're out somewhere and you're twerking with your girlfriends and you just doing the most grinding and humping your girls and all this other stupid ass shit, if that's what you're doing, just having fun, so be it. And if there's a dude, if somebody walks up to you and he's laughing and smiling and he's wanting to party with y'all and buy drinks and all that, that's a fucking grown ass male. That is not a motherfucking man at all. At all. You got to understand that because a grown ass man ain't about that bullshit. Women, most women don't want a man because, again, they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. Most women, they want to be their own fucking boss. And I'm not saying that a man's a woman's boss. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that the man is the provider, he's the protector, he's looking out for your best interest physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually. And if you out doing wild ass shit and you living your quote unquote best life, wasting fucking money and just doing the most, a real man ain't interested in that at all. Because a real man has matured emotionally. He's not about that life. He's about finding one woman and settling down with her, sowing into her, investing into her, nurturing her, cultivating her, loving on her. We got to grow up. Women. Women don't want that though. They say they want that. But in order to get that, there's a lot of work that you have to do. And most people ain't about trying to do that emotional work. Most people ain't about really healing from their trauma. Most people ain't really about forgiving and letting go of their fucking past. We have such a hate in this country for quote unquote men. And it makes sense when you look at how everything has been played out. We push this toxic masculinity. Why? To program women not to fuck with men, to make men the bad guys. And again, I'm not about giving dudes a pass. I have well over 2,300 videos on this platform. And I talk a lot about these sorry ass, trifling ass fucking dudes calling themselves men. These sorry ass, lame ass males calling themselves kings. And so many of you women have fallen into the trap of listening to some quote unquote grown ass male say he's a man, he's a king. And then you find out that, man, this motherfucker's toxic as fuck. And you find out later that this motherfucker got all kind of baggage and bullshit he hasn't healed from. And instead of him facing his shit, he attacks you. And now you're mad and angry because you thought you had a man. You thought you had somebody emotionally mature that you could talk to. You could talk about your fears and your insecurities to. Now you realize that you got a grown ass dude. He's calling himself a man. And so you assume that all guys are just like this sorry ass motherfucker. That's unhealed. That's faking the funk. That's lying. And now, because of your experiences with this guy and all the other guys that you've been with in your past, you put all men in that category when that's not the truth, when that's not reality at all. So if you really want a man, you got to fix you. If you really want a man, you got to elevate your motherfucking shit. And what I mean by elevate your shit, you got to elevate your fucking frequency. And the only way you can elevate your frequency is by going within and dealing with your issues. But that's not what the great majority of women do. Y'all want to go out there and get tummy tucks. Y'all want to go get fucking breast implants. Y'all want to get these fucking BBLs. Y'all want to get fucking lip jobs. Y'all want to get fucking contacts in your eyes. Y'all want to wear these fucking 5-inch caterpillar eyelashes on your foot. Ain't no fucking man interested in that shit. Ain't no man interested in your fake ass eyelashes. Ain't no man interested in your fucking contacts, your fake lips, your fake titties, your fake nails, your fake ass. That's not what no real man want. That's not what real men has ever wanted. That's these immature dudes that like that shit. And so many of you women, you out here trying to get yourself all beautified and man, I gotta look good and I got and you spending all this fucking money trying to get a man, trying to look the part as a queen, trying to look the part as a lady capable of being on the level with a man. And the truth is, men don't give a fuck about that shit. Not ever. A man wants you in your natural state, however that is. Whether you're skinny, whether you're flat chested, whether you ain't got no ass, whether you got stretch marks, whether you're overweight, a real man don't give a fuck about your physical being in that regard. A real man, he's interested in your energy. A real man, he's interested in your vibration. Can we have a heart to heart conversation? Can we meet on this level of emotional maturity? That's what a real man wants. That's what attracts a real man. It's not your fake ass. It's not your titties that you got all fucking exposed. It ain't none of that shit. You've got to grow the fuck up. You can't dress like a hoe and think you're gonna get a fucking man. You can't dress showing all your fucking goodies and think that you're attracting fucking men. You're attracting these fucking low vibrating ass fucking dudes who all they want to do is fuck you. Some of them want to wife you up because they don't want the competition of other dudes. Some of them want to wife you up so they can have an in-house hoe, so they can have pussy on demand because you look good. You make them feel good about themselves. Because you look a certain way, they see you as a fucking trophy. So they could put all over their fucking page and walk with you down their arms all proud as fuck. Look at what I got. I got me a fucking queen. I got me a fucking boss babe. I got me a boss bitch and all this other stupid ass shit. That's fucking grown ass males doing this stupid shit. A real man, a man, he wants to make love to your mind. A man, it's not about the sex. That's gonna come. That's natural. See, a man, can he talk to you without you wilding the fuck out? Can he talk to you about deeper things in life? Can he talk to you about the dreams and goals he's trying to accomplish? Can he talk to you about spiritual shit? Most women ain't capable of having these types of conversations. Y'all think, man, if I dress this way, I'm gonna get a man and he's gonna be faithful and he's gonna love me and he's gonna put me on this pedestal and da da da. Okay, ask Rihanna how that shit work. Ask Beyonce how that shit work. Because it ain't about your fucking body. A dude's gonna cheat regardless of how the fuck you look. A dude. These grown ass males are going to cheat on you regardless of how tight your fucking ass is, regardless of how beautiful you think you are. A grown ass man is gonna cheat on you. A grown ass man is gonna disrespect you. A grown ass man is gonna invalidate you. A grown ass man is gonna dismiss your feelings and your emotions. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much clout you have. Because a grown ass dude, a grown ass male, don't give two fucks about any of that shit. He's all about himself, how you make him look, what you can do for him. This is real shit right here. This is real shit. A grown ass man, he's gonna talk to you about your daddy issues. A grown ass man, he's gonna talk to you about your baby daddy issues. A grown ass man, he's going to talk to you about your low self esteem and your insecurities, your fears, your self hate. Because he wants to see if you've resolved that shit. A grown ass male that think he's smart, that think he's woke, that think he's wise, he'll ask you about that shit to weaponize that shit against you, to use that shit against you, to hurt you with the shit that you share with him. That's grown ass male shit. That's grown ass dude shit. That's bitch shit, but that's grown ass dude shit. A grown ass man will never take anything that you said and use it against you. A grown ass man will never try to hurt your feelings. He may say some shit that challenge your fucking feelings. He may say some shit that challenge your fucking ignorance. But it's not to hurt you. It's to help you grow and evolve beyond where you're at. You got to know the fucking difference. As a woman, you've got to know the difference. There's a whole lot of dudes running around here in the spiritual movement, in church, preying upon emotional women, preying upon damaged women. And they come across as, man, they're so godlike. They come across as they're so caring and nurturing. And man, they're giving me money and helping me pay for this. And man, they're wanting to spend time with my kids. And they're fucking setting you up. And you can't even see the difference. And then when you finally see it, you see it for the fucking game that it always was to him. He used your kids to get inside the house. He used your kids to get close to you. He used his money to win you over. That's grown dude shit. That's not a man. But you don't know the fucking difference. Because you've never put in the fucking emotional work to heal and to grow beyond that fucking bullshit. To raise your own vibration. To raise your own fucking intuition. To be able to get to a place of discerning the truth from bullshit. And so you look at all these dudes, grown, got their own shit, appear to be successful, appear to be everything you've ever hoped for. And then you find out that they're manipulative as fuck. You find out that they're narcissistic as hell. You find out that they're controlling as fuck. You find out that they're cheating on you with your girlfriends, your brother, and everybody else. But you're emotionally invested now because he played on your fucking emotions. And so now, when you finally come to that awareness, you leave that relationship angry, hurt, feeling betrayed, talking about I'll never trust a man again. Talking about men ain't shit. When the reality is you've never had a fucking man. You had a grown ass male. Real shit. A grown ass man, he's going to be more of a loving, nurturing father figure to you. He's going to provide for you. He's going to spoil you. He's going to pamper you. But he's also going to sit on his lap, sit you down on his lap and talk some real shit to you. He's going to hold you in the middle of the night in the bed and talk some real shit to you and challenge you to grow the fuck up. Challenge you to be the best version of yourself. So why do you want a man? Why do you hate men? Why do you despise men? When you've never really had one. See, men don't look a certain way. You can't look at a man and discern or decide just by looking at him that, oh, that's a real man. He gave all the muscles in the world. He had the latest ride, the baddest ride. He could take you out to five-star hotels and restaurants. He could fly you all over the world. Talking about grown ass dudes. They could fly you all over the world and not really give a fuck about you and still see you as just a piece of ass. Still see you as something to fucking play with. But that's not a man. A man is talking about, man, what are we going to build? What's going to be our legacy? What's going to be our legacy? Yes, he's going to want to have fun, but it's deeper than just having fun. He's going to show you the big picture of life. Not just this immediate shit of going out and blowing money and popping bottles and buying bags and purses and stupid ass shit. A man is talking about investing in something bigger. A man is looking at the big picture. What are we going to leave behind? Because the reality, we're going to leave it all behind. A man is talking about, man, how can we better the community? We got to grow the fuck up. And that's hard for so many of us because we didn't have these type of role models. And again, we grew up, a lot of us, as far as blacks, we grew up in the church. And then we find out, man, these motherfuckers in church are hoes too. The pastor, the bishop, all these motherfuckers fucking dudes and fucking little kids and the mother of the church and everybody else in the church. They scamming the poor people and taking all their fucking money. But yet, as young people growing up, we thought these were real men of God. And as we got older, we realized they're using their position of power, their position of authority to run game on the women in the church, to run game on the young kids in the church that they're sleeping with. And so we grow up with this animosity towards men because we look at our politicians and we think, man, that's a righteous, that's a good senator, that's a good congressperson, that's a good community leader. And you find out all these scandals that they're caught up in. Find out all the people that they're sleeping with and how they got kids all over the fucking town, all over the fucking country that they're not even fucking claiming. What's up with you, Tyshawn? We got to grow the fuck up. Let's look at your examples of males. Let's look at the examples of males that you've had in your life. From your brothers, your daddy, your uncles, your grandpa. Most of them weren't men. And we see that now. We understand that now. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man. Every guy ain't a man. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man. See, the church has taught us that women have to be submissive to their husbands. And they've preached that submission shit. But they never told the men or the guys to be fucking men. They never taught the guys how to be a fucking man. But they preach submission to the husband. So now we got a generation of people with authority issues. We got a generation of women with authority issues because we've been programmed. Because the women have been programmed to be submissive, to be obedient to their husbands. While their husbands out here fucking around, while their husbands is beating the shit out of them, while their husbands is disrespecting them, calling them all like their fucking names. While their husbands is a drunk or a crack kid and wasting the family's money. But as women, you've been programmed to be submissive. So many young women grew up seeing grandma submissive to grandpa who was a fucking hoe. So many of you young women grew up seeing your uncle, your aunties submissive to their husbands and their husbands beating their fucking ass. Or their husbands having kids outside of the fucking wedding marriage. And so now you got cousins all over the fucking place. And so many of you young women have grown up seeing this firsthand. And then your mentality is, fuck these dudes. Fuck these men. Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. When that's not the case. This is why I go so hard in a lot of my videos about dudes. Because the reality is, dudes have fucked up the country. Dudes have fucked up the families. Because they didn't know how to be a fucking man. And the domino effect of these old ass fucking dudes running around being fucking hoes, these old ass dudes running around being fucking drunks, these old ass dudes being abusive and violent and all this other stupid ass shit. The domino effect of that now is you got all these young people who grew up under this bullshit, who see this bullshit and say, I don't want no fucking man. Oh, that's what a man is. Oh, you could just beat the fuck out your woman. That's what a man is. You could slap the fuck out your woman. That's what a man is. He's all about the fucking money. You could raise your voice and out talk her. You could cuss her out and call her a hoe, a bitch, a skank, and all kind of other stupid ass shit. She's gonna be your fucking slave. Do what the fuck you tell her to do, when you tell her to do it, how you tell her to do it. Don't ask you no fucking questions. So we grew up witnessing this bullshit. And so many of the women, it's like, I'm done. I'm out. I trusted a man and he raped me. I trusted my uncle and he raped me. I trusted my daddy and he raped me. I wanted my daddy and he was never there for me. I trusted my husband and he cheated on me. I trusted my husband and he abandoned me with all these fucking kids. I'm done. I'm done. I understand why there's a hatred and a despise for masculinity. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it because I understand the pain and the trauma that males have caused. Not just women, but other males. Instead of them being a role model of what a man is, they were a role model of what a man ain't. But they kept the fucking title of being a man. A man is not going to be slapping the fuck out of you. A man is not going to be putting his hands on you and beating the shit out of you. A man is not going to be trying to have sex with your sister and your best fucking friends. A man is not going to be trying to get close to you while eyeing your daughter at the same fucking time. It's real shit. A man ain't gonna let you just go to work and he keep his ass at home and not do shit. Sit there and play fucking video games all fucking day. Watch fucking soap operas. That's not what a fucking man does. A man is a provider. Provider. But again, it's not about just providing you a nice house. It's not about just providing you a nice car. It's not about just providing you purses and clothes. A man is going to provide emotional stability. A man. A man is going to create a sanctuary that's conductive or conducive to your growth and development. That's conducive to you sitting there and processing a lot of the bullshit that you're carrying in a healthy manner. A man's not going to look at you because you're emotional and you're crying and you just having that time. You know what I mean? He's not going to look at you as being weak. He's not going to look at you as being a fucking punk. And the truth is, I speak for me growing up. One of the things that the OGs told me growing up on the street was when a woman starts crying, when a girl starts crying, man, she's trying to emotionally manipulate you. She's trying to control you. That's the shit that they told me. That whenever a woman starts crying or she starts getting into her emotions and she's wanting to talk and she's like just all over the place. As guys, we were taught that that was part of an emotional ploy. That was part of a game that women were running on guys. And so guys grew up, man, fuck that shit. Take that crying shit somewhere else. I ain't got time for that fucking bullshit. I ain't got time for your fucking emotions. Talk to me when you ain't fucking crying. Come talk to me like you're a fucking grown ass woman when you're not in your fucking emotions and da 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 and all this other bullshit. And what that does is it teaches you as a woman to shut down. It teaches you as a woman that you can't be vulnerable and transparent with this guy. You can't be vulnerable and transparent about your emotions and your feelings, your anxieties, your fears, and all that other stuff because you're not with a man. You're with a grown ass male. And that grown ass male hasn't dealt with his issues, hasn't dealt with his fears and his insecurities. And so when you talk about your shit, you trigger him and make him think about his shit. And he don't want to think about his shit because he's been programmed not to think about his shit. He's been programmed not to get emotional. And so he see and hear you been emotional and he can't handle it. And so he checks out. He runs. Got time for this simple-minded bullshit. I'm out of here. And then women learn to shut down and stop being transparent, stop being open, stop being honest, stop being vulnerable. And then you wonder why when you meet a man, he ain't trying to do all that shit with you. And he ain't trying to do all that shit with you because you on some hardened shit. You're not being real you, the authentic you. You've been hardened by life and you haven't learned how to deal with that shit and release it. And so you running around trying to be fucking hard, trying to be fucking tough because you're in your masculine energy and you've had to be tough as a single mom. You've had to be tough taking your ass out into that fucking workforce and come home and deal with your nappy head, hard headed fucking kids all by your fucking self. You've had to be hard. But a man ain't attracted to another masculine energy. A man don't want another man with him. You might look like a woman, but you're acting like a fucking dude. And so many of you women, you look like women, but you run around and act and talk just like these fucking raggedy ass dudes on the fucking street. And then you wonder why, how come no man wants you? Because you're not acting like a fucking woman. You're not carrying yourself like a woman. You're acting like these sorry ass, lame ass fucking squares on the fucking street calling themselves men. And you want to flip the script talking about a man can't handle a strong woman. A man don't want no fucking man. Catch that. You've got to grow the fuck up and understand this. You out here in the fucking world competing and doing all this other shit on the job and trying to do all this other shit to get ahead and make more money and da 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 da. And you're acting like a fucking man. That's masculine energy. And then you come home with that same fucking masculine energy. And you wonder why you can't find a man. You wonder why ain't no man interested in you. And again, it's not about your looks. It's about your energy. It's your vibration. You don't even have to say anything. Your energy says everything. Catch that, women. You don't have to open your motherfucking mouth, and your energy tells a man every fucking thing. And he's like, I'm good. I think you're cool. But you're one of the fucking homies. You're one of the fucking guys. And so they're going to treat you like one of the fucking homies. They're never going to be serious with you. You cool to have as a friend, but that's it. You're not wife material to a man because you're one of the fucking homies. You're one of the dudes. We got to grow the fuck up and understand this. And again, this is not about bashing women. This is about as grown folks saying, okay, wait a minute. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened in relationships? What the fuck happened in our marriages? What the fuck happened in our communities? That's got us so divided and at war with each other. And what's happened is guys stop being men. And women got sick and tired of the bullshit. And so women went out and became fucking dudes in feminine bodies. Women went out and started acting just like fucking dudes. Women started dressing and dancing and doing all this stupid ass shit just like a fucking dude. It is what it motherfucking is. If you're a woman and you're sick and tired of the bullshit and you really want a man, you got to look at you first. You got to look at your selection of the dudes you've hooked up with. You got to look at, man, the insecurities and the fears and the unhealed trauma that's led you to hook up with these motherfuckers. Was it your daddy issues? Was it your baby daddy issues? Were you violated as a kid and you didn't heal from that? Are you still unhealed from your baby daddy cheating on you? Your baby daddy or your husband abandoning you? Whatever the issues you got to look at your motherfucking self. There's a whole lot of women that got good men that love the fuck out of them. There's a whole lot of women that's not as pretty as you. There's a whole lot of women that are heavier than you. There are a whole lot of women that are skinnier than you that got a fucking man that loves the fuck out of them. So it's not about your fucking looks. You got to understand that. It's your fucking energy. It's always been your fucking energy. You didn't understand that. And that's why you started acting like these fucking dudes. That's why you start talking like these fucking dudes. Because you're scared. You're hurt. And you're trying to protect yourself. I get it. You're tired of being dogged out. And so you come across as being a fucking bitch. Because you're tired of guys invalidating you. You're tired of guys dismissing you. You're tired of guys treating you like shit. I get it. But that's not going to get you no fucking man. Don't no man want a bitch. Newsflash. Don't no man want some woman that's disrespectful. Don't no man want some woman that's going to try to out talk him and cuss him out and call him outside of his name and want to fight with him. Don't no man want some fucking woman sitting there talking about she could drink more than him, smoke more than him, and all this other stupid ass shit. That's not what interests a fucking man. You got to grow the fuck up. Your vibration, your energy is on grown male shit. Your energy, your level, your frequency is on some toxic male shit. That's what you keep attracting. And it is what it motherfucking is. We got to grow the fuck up. So do you really want a man? Are you willing to put in the work for a man? And I'm not talking about putting in the work for a man. I'm talking putting in the work for you, to better you, to heal you. And the reward for that is getting your man. It is what it motherfucking is. Here's the trick. A man, a real man, he could date somebody that worked at Walmart. He could take a woman off the street. The vibration's right. The energy's right. And he'll build a fucking kingdom with her. He could take this little skinny, flat chest, no ass, big feet, glasses wearing motherfucker off the fucking street and build a fucking kingdom with her. And the whole time you looking at her like, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is, and I got more education than she do, and I got more money than she do, and I got da da da, and I got da 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 da, and I got da da da, and you think that qualifies you for a fucking man. But a man ain't interested in your fucking money. A man ain't interested in your fucking education. A man ain't interested in your fucking body like that. A man ain't interested in your car, your house, and all the shit you've fucking accumulated in your masculine energy. You got to grow the fuck up. We've got to grow the fuck up. Like a man to take a woman that ain't got shit and build some shit with her. Women ain't doing that shit. Women ain't doing that. You're not going picking some broke dude off the fucking street or some dude working a minimum wage job and building some shit with him because you think I got to marry somebody on my level or higher. I can only date somebody that make $100,000 because I make $150,000. So the person I date, they got to make more than I do, and they got to bring more to the table than me, and all this other stupid ass shit. Because you don't know what a fucking man is. You don't know what a fucking real woman is. Because you're in your masculine fucking energy. And you're acting like a fucking grown ass dude, not a woman. Sad reality. A lot of women are going to grow up and grow old by themselves, wishing they had a man, mad that they ain't got a man, wondering why they could never get a man because they don't want to deal with their fucking bullshit. They don't want to heal their fucking bullshit. They don't want to change their fucking energy and vibration. And it is what it motherfucking is. Hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, family. Happy healing. Peace.